On this episode of MythBusters, there's peril on the high seas as the team tests out cures for seasickness.
Well, they may work for Barry Manilow, but they don't work for crap for me.
And Adam and Jamie hit the road for a fuel efficiency special.
That's it. I just petered out.
Plus, the MythBusters star in their very own cartoon, featuring shotgun shenanigans.
This time we're going for total annihilation.
Can shoving your finger into a gun barrel really save your life? Who are the MythBusters? Adam Savage. Jamie Heineman.
This is gonna kill you.
Tory Belleci.
Very excited about this.
Kari Byron.
Look, he cracked into his skull.
And Grant Imahara.
Don't say anything.
Between them, over 50 years of special effects experience.
That's what I'm talking about.
They don't just tell the myths. They put them to the test. Whenever the MythBusters have sailed for science, Adam's dirty little secret has been chucked up. He and the sea just don't agree, and it's time to find a solution.
Well, Adam, as we've seen, you have a problem with seasickness.
We definitely need to find something for you, but things that are pharmacological often have side effects like drowsiness and dizziness and things that you don't want to do in a table saw.
Well, I mean, there are also a lot of non-pharmaceutical remedies out there. I mean, there's wrist straps, there's electrical stimulation, there's sprays.
These days, there are non-pharmaceutical cures aplenty, and the MythBusters are going to put them to the test. But the ocean is a fickle place. One day it's chucktastic, but the next can be mirror flat. Sadly for Adam, Jamie's got a plan that guarantees a gratuitous gagging.
I think what we need to do is something more like what NASA does. That is, build a chair that moves you around in a certain way that's designed to make you seasick. And then every day we'll come back in and try, a brand new remedy.
You sound really excited about this experiment.
I'm really looking forward to it.
When it comes to making people puke, NASA are the experts. They've got the zero-gravity plane, famously called the Vomit Comet. But believe it or not, the real spew machine is the seasick chair. At just 7 revolutions per minute, it's surprisingly effective. And Kari's copying this lethal NASA design that the team can then ride right here in the shop.
In essence, my seasickness simulator consists of a platform that rotates with a chair mounted to it, and it's going to have a headpiece that's going to basically have a guide for you to move your head like this to induce nausea.
It's this head guide combined with the chair's rotating action that could throw up some results. But why exactly do people get seasick?
Well, Adam, you're not alone in getting motion sickness. Fishermen get it, Navy personnel get it, and our researchers even turned up that 90% of NASA's astronauts get it.
Well, it is always a relief not to be alone in a specific ailment, but what causes motion sickness? Why are so many people affected by it?
You're on a boat or something, and your eyes are telling you that the walls and the furniture, the table, is all stationary, but your other senses, your inner ear, your fine muscle controls, all of those things are telling you something else. So it's this confusing input of signals.
And the result is that I throw up?
It's all down to the senses not singing from the same song sheet. And the poor old brain being barraged with conflicting information, well, just can't compute. With the sick headpiece ready, it's time for the auditions. Only people who get seasick can help find a cure that works. So before the experiment can start, the whole team must go for a spin to see who feels the effects.
Go.
And likely spewer, Adam, is up first.
I gotta tell you, it's already pretty disorienting.
All right, Jamie's gonna time it, and I'm gonna tell you what to do with your head. Forward, back, left, right.
The time it takes NASA to induce seasickness varies depending on the victim.
Left,
Some people succumb in 30 seconds,
Right.
some in 30 minutes, and some not at all. But Adam?
I'm starting to sweat.
right, back.
Let's stop it.
So you're claiming this is it for you?
I'm claiming I already feel pretty queasy.
After 3.5 minutes, Adam staggers off, knowing he's just become test subject number 1. And will he be joined by Jamie?
Given that this machine is designed to make you sick, I would say that it's entirely possible that I'll get sick.
He will ride that chair. He will swallow his vomit. He will do whatever it takes to keep the myth up that he is completely unsusceptible. So we're never going to get any symptoms out of him no matter what. His self-control is gargantuan.
Okay.
But Kari's got other ideas.
Left,
She's trying everything to turn Jamie green.
back, forward, back, forward, back, left, forward, right, back, forward, back.
After half an hour, how's he doing?
I'm kind of like bored a little bit.
He's just a little too amused with this. It's starting to piss me off. That's it. You made it.
With Sea Dog Jamie as fit as a fiddle, Adam's still waiting for a barf buddy.
Sorry.
But worryingly for him, neither Kari nor Tory
This is fun. I could do this all day.
succumb to the chair.
Let's see. Grant!
That just leaves Grant.
We've got a plan for you.
Forward. Back. Forward.
It's an evil plan that soon seems to be working.
I feel
Back.
something coming up in my throat, but
Forward.
I'm not
Back.
in any immediate danger of spewing.
Forward.
No?
Thing.
Well,
Left.
10 minutes later, that all changes.
Uh-oh.
So Grant's going to be Adam's puke partner. But before the clinical trials can begin, the team is going to hit the road with another myth.
Well, it looks like we've got another driving fuel efficiency myth, a classic, right off the Discovery website.
Yeah, it looks like we've got to do another driving marathon, huh?
This time, the myth is that driving your pickup truck with the tailgate down gives you better fuel efficiency than driving with it up.
I've been driving a pickup for the past 10 years, and I live it up.
Well, we're going to find out whether or not you've been wasting money, which I know you hate to do.
Is tailgate down really more efficient than tailgate up? To test this driver dilemma, Adam and Jamie are going to drive to the desert and back to see who runs out of gas first. The MythBusters have acquired 2 identical new pickups.
Check out your
Each
mileage.
vehicle has done the same mileage, has the same tire pressure,
35.
will be carrying the same weight,
Hey!
Whoa.
226.8.
226.8.
You really had to go.
and to ensure equal fuel consumption, Grant has even devised a set of driving rules.
Number 1, you must maintain the legal speed limit. Number 2, all acceleration must be done by the cruise control. Number 3, no drafting, so you don't take advantage of any aerodynamic advantage. Number 4, windows up, and if you have air conditioning, it's got to be exactly the same in both cars. Any questions?
If the myth is true, then the truck with the tailgate up should be the first one to run out of gas. And away we go.
That's the theory. So it's time to put this pickup parable into practice. And Jamie's leading off with the tailgate up.
Drivers be advised, current speed limit is 50 miles per hour. Over. Roger that, I am cruise controlled at exactly 50 miles per hour.
I am also on cruise control at 50 miles an hour as well. Thank you.
The MythBusters are in for the long haul. These pickups are filled to the brim. That's over 30 gallons. It's going to be a hell of a trip. In the Tailgate fuel efficiency controversy, Adam and Jamie are on the road again.
We copy that, Red Leader. Decelerating to 60 miles per hour.
So far, there's no discernible difference in gas consumption, but they're only 150 miles out of San Fran. There's time yet for another myth.
Well, I see you guys have gotten into the gun cabinet again. Are you up to no good, or is this something to do with a myth?
Well, we've chosen quite a fun project. It's an old classic from the sci-fis, the movies, and definitely cartoons. It's the finger in the barrel.
The idea is that if somebody points a gun at you, you can take your finger and stick it right in the barrel. When they pull the trigger, your hand will be magically saved, the gun will explode and injure or possibly kill the shooter.
Well, guns, cartoons, maybe some big bangs. Sounds like fun.
It's a cartoon classic. Who are the Myth-Toons? Hunter Heineman.
Quack, damn you.
And Savage Squirrel.
Am I missing an eyebrow?
Our sharpshooter is on the warpath, stalking a snack-happy squirrel. But the ginger rodent has a life-saving trick up his sleeve. Faced with certain death, he plugs the barrel. And the hunter's plans literally backfire. But is this loony myth constrained to cartoons, or does it really happen?
Well, what's going on here? Are we going to just buy a bunch of guns and start plugging the barrels up and see what happens?
I thought maybe we'd start with the shotgun, since that's the one that you always see in the cartoons.
We're definitely going to need a hand. I'm thinking of maybe taking a ballistics gel casting and giving it some rigidity by casting a skeleton inside of it.
And we're going to need to see what happens to the shooter if and when the gun explodes, so we'll need a bust.
Well, it sounds good to me. Let's get started on it.
They're going to make a ballistics gel bust of a shooter and line him up behind a shotgun. Then they'll plug the barrel with an artificial finger, pull the trigger, and see who comes off worse. So it's all hands to the pump.
Hey, Tori, can you come give me a hand with something?
What do you need?
I actually need your hand. I'm going to make a ballistics gel model of a hand.
And so you need a hand.
I need a hand with my hand.
Tori's lending a hand for what will become a ballistics gel finger that'll be stuffed into the shotgun barrel.
Ooh, that looked like it came out good.
Yeah, no ripping. All right.
Next, it's in with the plaster, the second of many steps in this complex world of modeling. As Kari beats out the bubbles, Tory and Grant decide to get ahead.
Okay, so why are we at the makeup shop?
Well, we're gonna do a live cast, and we need the materials to do that. And we've decided that you're the one that we're gonna do the live cast on, so let's go. What?
Grant's been volunteered to be the live cast model for their ballistics gel shooter.
How you doing?
Hi, guys.
I'm Tory.
Joe Quartz. Nice
Grant.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, we need to do a live cast of Grant, and he doesn't want to shave his head for some reason.
No problem. We use a bald pate for that. It'll completely cover up your head.
Great.
All your hair is spared. Start from the back. Yeah, there you go.
Dude.
What do you think? It's a good look, right?
Yeah. Can he wear this out?
Yeah. Can I borrow this for the weekend?
Now you.
Oh.
There goes the mustache. Yeah.
Okay.
So when you're ready to cast, what you want to do is go all the way
Olympic
down,
swimmer.
and you'll need somebody else to come by and draw a line exactly where you want.
Great. Good. Are we
Yeah,
done?
that looks great.
Okay.
But back at the shop, does Grant really know what he's letting himself in for?
I've never had a live cast done of me before, but in the 12 or so years that I worked for Lucasfilm, I portrayed many costume characters, and I've been encased head to toe in fiberglass. So this, I think this will be a walk in the park compared to that. Now that's a strange feeling.
Just like they do in the movies, Tori's first going to cover Grant in blue mold mixture and then plaster him with plaster.
Let's have a safety word in case you start freaking out.
Oh,
like help, get this stuff off me?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, I like help. Help's good. That's easy to remember.
Okay.
Easy to remember, but unlikely to be needed because these guys are trained professionals.
Oh, that is just as nasty as I expected it to feel.
Slowly, Grant begins his transformation into the creature from the Blue Lagoon.
How you doing, little buddy? I'm not sure I understand that. If you're okay, I want you to grunt twice. I think he's all right.
From a grunting swamp thing, Tori switches horror genre as the mummy returns.
Looks really frightening from this side.
For Grant, this is where it gets really uncomfortable. The plaster bandage is cold, heavy, and completely blocks out the light. And with one of the straws fallen out of his nose, it's here where panic can really set in. The MythBusters are investigating a classic cartoon calamity. Can shoving your fingers into a shotgun barrel cause an explosive backfire? Kari's been modeling a finger that she's going to shove into the shotgun barrel. While Tori's been making a model shooter. In this case, a live cast of Grant. Luckily for Grant, Tori has done this before.
One time I had to do an actress's legs. I was making a mermaid suit, and that was probably one of the times where I was most nervous because she was very good looking, and I didn't know her. And you know, there were certain areas that you have to put the material on, but you're just kind of cautious about it. Okay, dude, you ready to come out?
For Tori, there's no more beating about the bush. It's time to rescue Grant.
I can't get it off.
After some careful slicing and dicing, Grant finally busts out.
The last part was difficult, wasn't it?
He's sucking air like a fish out of water, but unlike said fish, he'll live.
One of the straws failed about halfway through the alginate. I was getting close to calling it, but I figured we'd come this far. Let's just go with one straw.
It was the last straw, but it worked. As Tori heads on towards a ballistics gel version, Grant's being honored for his bravery with a trip to the police firing range.
Wow.
Because someone needs to check that the MythBusters shotgun still works.
So this is the 3-inch deer slug out of a shotgun.
After all, last time it was used, it got rather wet.
3, 2, 1.
As did the rest of the shop.
Lean forward, get that upper torso weight in front of you. That'll actually help you stay on target.
3, 2, 1.
Bingo. This sure ain't no water pistol.
If it's not touching you, it's going to kick you.
In 3, 2.
But best to double check.
Much better, huh?
Fortunately, Grant soon remembers that he's also here to ask gun expert Alan Normandy what might cause a banana peel explosion. And it's all to do with pressure.
Whenever a bullet is being shoved down a barrel, essentially, it's being shoved by the expanding gas. So as the gunpowder burns, the gases expand. Now, if you plug that barrel, now you're not giving the escaping gases anywhere to go. So it's going to go ahead and find some way out.
So let's get this straight. When a bullet is fired, a small explosion occurs. As the gas expands, it forces the bullet through and out of the barrel. But if the barrel is sealed shut, the gas has nowhere to escape and the pressure can build until the gun ruptures.
We need to test this at MythBusters. What do you think is going to happen when we take our ballistics gel finger and put that in the barrel of a 12-gauge shotgun?
I don't think you can create a sufficient seal to contain the pressure just with a gelatin finger, a chicken finger, or any other kind of finger.
To get this myth to work, they're going to need to pull their finger out. Back with the Tailgate Challenge, Adam and Jamie are halfway through. They've driven over 300 miles, and yet so far there appears to be no difference between tailgate up and tailgate down.
So how much gas did you use?
I'm just about at half a tank.
Yeah, I'm spot on at half.
These things are like behemoths in the tank department.
Well, there's something for them to dream about until dawn breaks and they set off once more. If the myth is true, then tailgate up Jamie should run out of gas well before tailgate down Adam. But 8 hours and 200 miles later, there's a surprise in store.
I put the key in the vehicle and the fuel gauge needle just doesn't do anything. I'm expecting to start sputtering any second now.
And sure enough, a couple of miles further on,
that's it, I just petered out.
We're about 40 miles outside of San Francisco, just at the Altamont Pass, and I just finally ran out of gas with the tailgate down.
As Adam refuels to get home, tailgate up Jamie carries on. Remember that these cars were carbon copies and they were driven in an identical way. Yet, remarkably, tailgate up runs dry nearly 30 miles further down the track.
Yeah, it's definitely out. I'm keying it off, over.
Because it's another counterintuitive result, Adam and Jamie head back to base to delve deeper.
I don't think we're done testing this. I think we have to actually come up with a way to visualize how the air moves around the truck. I'm just not sure how we should do it.
Well, rather than build a gigantic wind tunnel, maybe we should do what NASA does and build a water tunnel kind of version in miniature.
Yeah, that sounds like a great idea.
Thanks to NASA, they're building a donut-shaped tank that'll have water flowing around it, courtesy of an outboard engine. Within the main current will sit a scale model pickup truck. Once it's filled with water, they'll add food dye to the flow and hopefully will visualize the amount of drag created by the tailgate up and the tailgate down.
Okay. That ought to make it work fine.
But as Jamie adds more and more food dye, the results aren't exactly crystal clear. The dye seems to speed over the truck, regardless of whether the tailgate is up or down. Even on the high speed, it's impossible to see any pattern of turbulence or drag. But what were they hoping for?
According to the designers of these trucks, there's a sort of a circular pillow of air that forms behind the cab of the truck when the tailgate is up. And that is known as a separated bubble, or if you're really nerdy, a locked vortex flow.
Now, what that actual bubble is doing is that nice circular motion of slow-moving air is actually keeping the fast-moving air from contacting the truck. It's making it move right over the truck. When you move the tailgate down, that actually breaks down that bubble, and the fast-moving air gets caught and brought into the bed of the pickup, producing drag. Believe it or not.
Well, with the dye, it was hard to believe. So Adam tries again with oats instead.
The vortex there that's in the bed of the truck is gathering oats slowly, but at a very sort of steady, measured pace. And you can see they're mostly just staying there in that pocket.
That's the elusive separated bubble that deflects the oncoming wind over the raised tailgate.
All right, I'm going to drop the tray down and we'll see if we can spot any difference.
Okay.
I think what I see is that it's gathering them at a much faster rate. And it's right about here. They're hitting this critical point where I can see them kind of falling off and joining in with their friends.
The lowered tailgate bursts the separated bubble, so the wind is pulled down right onto the truck bed, creating big-time drag. It really is a less efficient way to drive.
Well, I don't know what else we can do. I mean, we've got our own experimental data that verifies that it's better to drive with your pickup tailgate up than it is down.
I just wouldn't have guessed that. It's totally surprising.
What are you going to do?
Well, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to wait for their emails to come.
Adam and Grant are putting their lunches on the line as the MythBusters seek a seasickness solution. Each day, they're going to test a different non-pharmaceutical remedy. And first up is the homeopathic tongue tingler.
That burned! So apparently the directions are a spray under the tongue as often as needed.
But 10 minutes in and 5 sprays later, it's not going well.
Grant, would you rely on this remedy in a seasick situation?
If I were out on the open ocean, this wouldn't be my only choice.
Good job, because soon after, things turn nasty.
There's a bucket in front of you.
Well, that remedy doesn't work.
So the tongue spray clearly doesn't float Grant's boat.
Next!
But Adam's not having much joy either. Just 4 minutes, and he's had enough.
All right, let's turn it up. Turn it up.
You look a little green.
I feel a little green.
After the boys make a full recovery, it's trial number 2.
Next up in our quest for a non-pharmaceutical remedy for seasickness, we've got these little wrist straps, which I think I'm supposed to wear on my wrists. And supposedly, Barry Manilow doesn't travel anywhere without them, and maybe I won't either after this test.
They're especially effective when sailing to the Copacabana.
I feel better already. All right, let's bring on this view.
This time, Adam spins first.
You're starting to like it.
There's nothing to like about this.
And sure enough, 90 seconds later...
These aren't working at all. Let's stop. It's like instantaneous today. I don't know why. Well, they may work for Barry Manilow, but they don't work for crap for me.
And neither do they work for Grant.
Okay, that's it.
So it's chair 2, remedies zip. A result particularly surprising given that the chair looks so gentle.
Well, it's probably obvious to anybody that's ever been on a boat and gotten seasick, but hard science actually backs this up. It's not the up and down motion that gets you, it's the rolling side to side and pitching back and forth.
And actually, they've done enough studies to dial in on exactly what the frequency is that makes you the most ill, and it turns out to be about 0.2 hertz, about a pitch, roll, or yaw every 5 seconds, which is generally what you'd experience on a large boat. And at frequencies higher than that, the incidences of seasickness drop very quickly. That's why surfers don't get sick and people on big boats do.
Tory and Kari have been building model body parts to help test whether shoving your fingers down a gun barrel can save your life.
This stuff smells like crap.
And they're all set for the ballistics gel. Tory's carefully followed the FBI recipe, which means that their head and hand molds should have the consistency of human flesh. And with the ballistics gel body parts chilling in the fridge, the team turns the heat up on safety. Let's cut to the chase. If the cartoons are right, a blocked shotgun could explode with fatal consequences. So for this myth, it's back to the bunker. Tory carves out new viewing windows before the container gets some much-needed reinforcement. It's a MythBusters makeover special.
So we got a couple more hours till the Peterson family gets back. You know, it's coming pretty good. I hope once they look at it, we're giving them that dungeon look that they asked for.
While Tory waits for the Petersons to arrive, Grant is also busy with safety.
My job for this myth is going to be to make a remote firing mechanism. Since there's potential that the barrel's going to explode, we don't want to have anybody nearby.
He's designing a remote-controlled trigger pull, which means that no one needs to be in the shooting bunker to fire the gun. But does it work? Perfectly. With Grant, you get 2 for the price of 1, because his ballistics gel counterpart is ready to be demolded.
Don't fall apart on me.
Oh, someone's head's gonna roll for this.
Sabotage.
Grant's proving to be one big pain in the neck. And Kari's been handed the same problem.
The consistency of my fingertips here are sort of a crunchy, frozen, brittle mess, whereas the rest of the hand, it's more like a soft jello. So I really believe that it's set wrong.
You don't say. Luckily, her second hand makes amends.
Oh, yes, it's the best one yet. Oh my God, look at this one. Look how cool this looks. You can totally see the skeleton inside.
With test time approaching, the team are 1 hand down and short by a head. So Tory decides to recycle previous ballistics models. It's faster and harder to screw up. And sure enough, with Adam and Jamie's help, the new Grant has come out in one piece.
Little Imahara.
Looks like the doctor didn't reshape his head when he came out.
You're gonna be fine.
The last ingredient is ready. With the radio control shotgun, Buster complete with new hands, and the ballistic shooter all locked and loaded in the bunker, the myth busting can begin. The MythBusters have gone cartoon crazy. Can fingers really stop a shotgun? All the ingredients are ready, so let the firing commence. For the first test, Buster's gel finger is squeezed into the barrel. Please do not try this at home.
This is test number 1. Finger in a barrel, ballistics gel finger. Everybody ready? In 3, 2, 1.
Looks like it worked.
I would say we're all clear.
Excellent. Let's go see what happened.
Hey, his hand's gone. Well, not only did it destroy the finger, it blew apart the hand.
Nice.
All that's left is a little stump of a wrist. I don't think this is exactly an effective way to stop a bullet.
So for test 1, Buster's whole hand was blown to smithereens. Let's see that again. Big bang, but no banana barrel. Just an horrific injury to Buster. And Grant the shooter gets not a scratch.
This test right now places us in the realm of Bugs Bunny fantasy. If we want to see a shotgun actually blow up from excessive pressure in its barrel, we're going to have to use a bigger plug. We're going to go with another ballistics wax hand this time, which is a little more robust.
But is test 2's hand robust enough?
Safety's off. In 3, 2, 1.
The gun is clearly still intact, and
His hand is totally gone again.
something doesn't surprise me about that.
Dude,
What?
come here. Look at the very tip
I'll
of the
be
barrel.
darned. The barrel has actually changed shape.
Do you guys see the barrel?
Yes!
It is a full-on Bugs Bunny moment. Man, that was enough pressure in the barrel to cause it to mushroom out like that. That's amazing.
Adam's getting a little animated. The finger did have an effect, but it's hardly cartoon comedy.
For this myth to be true, we have 3 very important criteria. 1, the finger has to remain intact. 2, the gun itself has to be the thing that explodes. And 3, the shooter has to be the one that's injured or killed. None of this happened. The finger blew off. The end of the rifle just ballooned a little bit. And the shooter's totally fine. So at this point, I could call this myth busted.
Adam gets seasickness so badly that he vowed to find a solution. So he and Grant have become chuck chums as they test out different cures. But they're avoiding regular medicine because they want a remedy that is side effect free. And today, it's ginger pills.
So you took your ginger tablets an hour ago.
I did?
You're all set to go?
Yeah.
The roots of ginger have been used by Far Eastern sailors for centuries. And for Adam, ginger seems to be working.
Are you feeling any signs of nausea?
No.
Nothing?
Hey, maybe this one works.
It seems ginger has made Adam impervious to nausea. Even the sickening whiff of Kari's sneakers has no effect.
I mean, at this point, I'm trying to think of things that are sickening, like when you throw up and you can taste it in your nose and you've got to blow it out of your nose, that kind of stuff. Still not doing anything.
After 25 minutes of thinking sick-inducing thoughts, it's all smiles for Adam.
Good job.
And the same is true for Grant. He does a full half hour with no illness at all. Ginger, at least for these guys, gets the thumbs up. Next day, it's the final non-pharmaceutical test, the electric stimulation wristband.
God, that feels weird. I feel it all the way up through my 2 middle fingers.
Small shocks on the P6 acupuncture point can relieve the effects of seasickness in some sufferers. It's a newfangled remedy. But for Adam, it's the same old story.
Oh. No, we gotta stop.
Stop.
Get this thing off.
Grant, too, feels little effect.
Turning the band down.
So with 4 tests down, how are the test subjects getting on?
I think about the chair on the drive to work and I feel a little nauseous. I describe the chair at a dinner party and I feel a little nauseous. This chair is never getting back in my house.
I don't know if we're trained like Pavlovian dogs to have this response to this particular situation, but I have to say that just thinking about it makes me feel a little ill.
It seems that both Adam and Grant are suffering the age-old problem of clinical trials, mind games. But Jamie has a cunning plan.
Jamie, I've been thinking about this a little bit. How do we know they're not fooling themselves into believing that the remedies are not working?
There's a tried and true and very simple way of dealing with that, and that's called the placebo. So what we're going to do is give them something that we're going to tell them is an over-the-counter pharmaceutical remedy that, you know, they'll be thinking that if anything works this well. And what we're actually going to be giving them is something, you know, useless like a vitamin or something else.
That's clever. Vitamins are useless?
Well, for seasickness.
So this time, Adam thinks he's taken a regular drug treatment, but in fact, he's had a vitamin. Will his brain trick his body into believing that this remedy works, or will he get as sick as ever?
Oh, stop.
Okay.
Oh. I hate this chair.
Well, you're looking at 3 minutes and 35 seconds.
No psychological effects with Adam. What you see is what you get. But Grant...
Spin me, baby.
20 minutes in, and it's this point that Grant usually begs for mercy. But not today.
This is among the most effective, if not the most effective, remedy that I've had so far.
Remember that Grant thinks he's taken a medicinal cure, but in fact he's had vitamin B12, which has no effect on motion sickness. He's fallen for the placebo, which means his previous results can no longer be trusted.
What's the result with you on this one, Grant?
I think it works.
You think it works?
I'm feeling like it was trying to do something, but, you know, it was just staying down there.
I apologize for this. It wasn't my idea, but what you just took was B12. It was a placebo.
At the very moment that Jamie revealed that what we had received was a placebo, my very first thought was, crap, we have to do this again.
But only once more, today with the real medicinal drug. And sure enough, it works.
I can definitely feel the pharmaceuticals in my body, and I can feel how they're not quite holding back all the sick feelings. They're just holding back enough that, you know, I'm functional.
Although not that functional.
Sorry, I actually just fell asleep there for a second.
And Grant, after 15 minutes, there's no nausea. But like Adam, he's feeling the sleepy side effects of the drug.
We'll see. Right now, though I feel pretty good, I don't feel very competent to operate heavy machinery or have, you know, be in a life-threatening situation.
Lethargy and drowsiness have no place in the myth-busting game. Seasickness has been a real problem for Adam, but will that still be the case? After 6 stomach-churning tests, the results are in.
Well, it looks like the pharmaceutical remedy definitely worked on both of you, but you both look a little loopy. I don't think this is going to be the best working condition. No?
No.
No. So did we find a non-pharmaceutical remedy that'll work for either of you that's not going to leave you looking like you guys do?
I think the only thing that really worked without any, you know, major side effects was a ginger pill.
Next time I go out on a boat, I'm definitely taking those.
I mean, this is a really hard thing to test. I mean, seasickness is very individual, but I think that we can pretty much say ginger pills are plausible.
I would agree.
Home on the range, the MythBusters have shown that plugging a shotgun barrel with your fingers will not cause the gun to explosively backfire. But they're not giving up just yet.
You know, I definitely remember having seen pictures of blown up gun and rifle barrels.
Well, barrel obstructions, which could cause the barrel to explode, are not uncommon.
You mean like loading the wrong ammo in your rifle?
That's one way. Hunters, they get dirt or rocks stuck in the barrel. Poorly reloaded ammunition.
I would also imagine that super old guns that are poorly maintained would be a common cause.
That would definitely be a problem.
With fingers busted, Tory gets down and dirty with another real-life gun obstruction, soil.
Okay.
That'll do.
Although how real-life this is debatable.
I think this thing is going to explode right now.
I hope. I want to see some action.
With 8 inches of mud, could this be the real Dirty Harry?
In 3, 2, 1.
It looks good.
Oh!
Now that's a result.
Look at this.
Wow!
It looks like they've hit pay dirt. The shooter's fine, but the gun's been soiled. But not as soiled as they'd hoped. There's some peeling back, But to get the cartoon banana, they're going to have to go for broke.
The last thing we're going to try is jamming a piece of steel, solid steel, into the barrel and welding around the edge. And I think that's going to give us what we want to see.
So they're abandoning real-life scenarios as they prepare to ram a steel spike into the gun. And this time, they're making sure it's sealed completely shut.
I've put some pretty strange things in the toilet before, but never had to cool the nozzle of a gun that's just been welded shut.
In keeping with the MythBusters ethos, we have tested the myth, we have busted the myth, and now we're going to see if we can prove the circumstances. We've plugged the barrel with a steel spike that we've welded into the end of the barrel. If anything will make it split like a banana and blow up in the operator's face, it's this. No one in their right mind would fire a rifle in this configuration.
Please leave this one to the experts.
This time we're going for total annihilation.
In 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Something happened.
Something happened, but it was no banana ring. The gun simply shot the welded spike straight out.
Yeah, but this isn't gonna make the cartoon hunter's face turn black and burn his hair off.
No, dirt was more interesting than a steel plug.
Granted, we didn't get something dramatic here, but I think this is the most interesting result because effectively the gun contained the explosion.
That it did. It seems that modern shotguns are just too strong for this myth. They're manufactured to withstand banana peeling. But before busting the myth completely, Jamie has one last trick up his sleeve: a squib load in a high-powered rifle. A squib load is a round that has so little gunpowder that it fails to exit the barrel. If left uncleared, the next bullet can have disastrous consequences. And disastrous consequences is what this team thrives on. Jamie's making a MythBusters squib load. He's carefully removed the metal slug from the round and is safely hammering it into the end of their Carcano rifle. Do not try this at home.
That ought to do it.
Well, there's your problem.
Grant's remote control doesn't fit the new gun, so they're going with the old-fashioned method.
Carcano rifle, squib load in 3, 2, 1.
Woo! That sounded fun.
That was no misfire.
No misfire, but was there a banana backfire?
Shooter's still intact.
Hey!
Oh.
No, that looks pretty good at the end.
What happened to the barrel?
Oh, you got a little bulge.
Huh.
It definitely bulged it out. It wasn't exactly the banana peel thing that we're looking for, which seems so hard to achieve.
So hard, it's surely impossible. Even the squib load refused to blow. So can anything cause the banana ring?
I don't want to count our chickens before they hatch, but I think we may end up revisiting this one.
A revisit may indeed beckon. But for now, that's all, folks.
You know, it's funny, no matter how long I do this, I never cease to be amazed that there's an element of truth in everything we test. The fact that a finger in a barrel can provide enough blockage to make the barrel blow out, I mean, it's steel, your finger's flesh. I would not have called that. It caught me by surprise.
Yeah, but the finger got blown off of both of the hands.
Both hands got blown off.
But we still didn't get that effect that we're looking for, the banana peeling of the barrel.
And the shooter was never damaged or covered with powder burns or anything. The whole idea of this myth, that you could stick your finger in a barrel, remain undamaged while the barrel blew up and the shooter was covered with gunpowder, absolutely busted.
I'll agree with you.
Remember, don't try this unless you're a cartoon.